All right, here we are live, everybody, and welcome to the Zero Below Show. I have here with me on the line, Tony. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Excellent. Something actually works properly with our setup here. No, we've battled to get this going, and as you know, the subject of this, Tony. I know you're kind of not hearing as well as me, but the subject obviously is why I left my political party. And you have a little bit of a story with that, don't you, Tony?
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
what would you say is what was your political party of choice in the past?
I mean, I was raised Democrat. My father was Democrat, and I kind of just followed him. And I still agree with the logic of that at that time period.
Do you think the party has left you or you left them? That's the question, I think.
I think that we have grown apart. I think that, I just had a more American, because I heard to see America grow as one in general, and it just seems like the Democratic Party is just trying to feed, division as much as possible right now, and just offering every opportunity to have people fight for individual, rights rather than for as a whole to work together.
Would you say that it is that, or it is that maybe they just have different ideas?
I mean, I used to think that it was just, people fighting for what they believed in, and there were just bumps in the road. But I really do feel like they are systemically doing things to keep us, ignorant and feeling powerless to change things. That's how it appears to me.
I mean, you're not alone. Obviously, I know many people that feel that way. I won't state my beliefs currently. I'm actually not supposed to have beliefs as a interviewer, but I'm trying to be both sides of the fence here to try to give it a perspective of understanding for everybody. Uh, welcome if you're just joining us. But Tony, so you recently registered over again. How did you register to the Independent or Republican Party? How did you do that?
I went to the DMV to get an ID replacement, and when they offered me, I told them I didn't want to register as Republican. But I mean, honestly, it's not like I identify solely as Republican. Whatever party I feel is serving the nation of America, I feel more loyal to the ideals of truth and justice over any one party. You still there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, my
Yeah.
phone was just it was pausing the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Well,
whatever party I feel is best serving the American people to, have the masses be enlightened and empowered, giving them good work opportunities, solid education. I mean, prison reform definitely needs, because all it's doing is creating, a cycle of offenses that don't slow down or stop at all. The offenses get worse and worse each generation.
actually, I can agree with that statement of the. I tend to go with the party that's more American, more for the people, middle class, lower middle class. I would say, but I also understand that there is a status where you need a big business to create jobs. You need power. You need money. Big business creates jobs is basically what I'm saying. So I can get that, but I mean, what made you turn the corner and finally say I've had enough? Anything
I'm trying
particular?
to think what it was. I mean, I really feel like
Well,
over the
I'm
election and around that time period that I was really missing a lot of truth, that I wasn't getting much, I wasn't seeking knowledge on the issues and just
right.
kind of watching what was on the news, and I kind of was led astray from it. I feel like the news is just really used to keep the people in power there. Right now, it's
Uh-huh.
just being done massively by one side over the other.
Well, we won't lie to.
Right now, it goes against the American Constitution's ideals, period.
I mean, we're not going to lie to the people here. We know each other. This is not. We don't want to start with lying or trying to get over on anyone. you actually are a part. You're a part of this. The part of this whole thing, the Zero Below show. I started a long time ago. I won't state my beliefs in this show, but I just wanted you to tell your story. This is all about you. You know what I mean? So and we'll have people on both sides. I hope it's open to anybody, but it's a matter of if they want to tell their story. That's it. That's the question. But would you? What I'm hearing on certain channels different things. Why do you think that is? Like MSNBC will say the Democrats are going to win midterms, while Fox might say no, the Republicans are going to just sweep it. And why do you think that is?
I mean, there's a couple of reasons. I mean, number one, every mass in power has always used disinformation to keep people doing what they wanted to do. I mean, that's a major part of it. And I mean, they say things knowing that what they say will lead people to do certain things. So they want to expose them to the knowledge and information that will get the response they desire. And it's just kind of like gerrymandering, how when they kind of switch up the voting districts to get the results they want. The people in power have a lot more authority in keeping power consolidated to their agenda.
So as if to say, all right, let's do the show. Like if I was to say, all right, me and you, our show today, it would be like, all right, let's speak as we want to convince them of something. So let's speak it in a certain way, like sort of like narrative. I mean, like have a agenda behind the show, right?
Yes.
Exactly. Okay. I get it. And I think that works on both sides of the fence, right? Like both of them do it.
Number one, everybody knows that if you can create an enemy that people will share, it'll unite people. If you can get people to sympathize with your fight, that will help you. I mean, if you can keep people convinced that if they vote, it won't matter, they won't. If you tell them that for this person's not going to make a difference, they might as well vote for another one whose agendas might actually be able to be utilized instead of voting, wasting your vote.
I know you're a historian pretty much. You're pretty good with history. One of the reasons you were picked to be a part of this thing is your knowledge. You know, you and I were talking before. History repeats itself. What are you afraid of? You've talked to me before. What are you afraid of so much that you say will repeat itself?
I mean, number one, what happened in Nazi Germany. I mean, it's just, you've had a lot of people that were just frustrated with the way things were, and they wanted change, but they wanted them so badly that they were willing to take the word of their supposed Messiah who was going to save them from their poverty, and they gave them somebody to blame.
Now wait a minute here. You're saying, you're comparing what we're going through to possible Nazi Germany. Isn't that a little bit too much there? Or
it's all a matter of how it's gray. It's all gray. We're not going through the same poverty as they were, but we all still thirst for justice, or we should anyway.
Are you saying that are you saying that there could be an outcome similar or something?
Definitely.
Really?
The American people see that their rights are being stripped. What they do is they use fear to get people to forfeit their freedom. So here's our big enemy out here, but if you forsake this liberty, we'll keep you safe. The same way like when you go to the airport now, it's a lot different than it was 30 years ago. You forfeited certain freedoms to feel safe.
Now this happened in Germany, you say? So I mean, what are the similarities? You say that. What other similarity? I mean, I just there's similarities in a lot of things. Does that mean that it's really the case? We have a lot of things in place.
Our freedom of speech is the biggest issue. The fact that we can't say certain names on certain forums is definitely completely un-American in their ideals of what made this country great and strong. And the founding fathers made that in the Bill of Rights because they knew if you could deny people knowledge, you could easily, do things that would lead to tyranny.
Now, also in the Bill of Rights.
I think that on levels I never would have imagined in this country as my youth.
Now, in the Bill of Rights and things, it also states that we got a call. Someone's going to get that. We also state, well, is that in the Bill of Rights or Declaration of Independence? We can, we have things in place to defend ourselves against such things, right? So how could that happen?
We had the Constitution and the first amendments to that Constitution. Constitution or the Bill of Rights.
So basically, you're saying that they're being ignored?
I mean, they're definitely being edited. I mean, the fact
Right.
that we can't say what we want online, or that we have IRS agents with weapons without due process. That's definitely against the Constitution's original ideal.
Tony, do you fear what you're saying now? Do you fear that, putting that out there?
I don't fear that my life's in danger right now, but I do fear that if people don't wake up to what's happening and realize that people had died for our freedoms, that's how important they were to them, that they could get back to the point where people feel it's worth dying for.
Do you think if we did lose them, you think we'd ever get them back? No.
I mean, history has a way of repeating itself. I mean, a lot of bloodshed could ensue, but I think eventually it would happen, but God knows how bad it would get before that came to be. It would not be easy with the amount of power that's consolidated with technology today.
Yeah, and it's been pretty bad in the past few years. I was going to say as of late, but it's been pretty bad in the past years. Big tech has been a problem. I've noticed as well. I can't deny that it's been used as a power tool against certain sides, whichever side that has the power. They can use it. It could be Republican or Democrat. It depends. All it is a name. I think the bad guys are going to join whichever side they think they have best chance of doing what damage they can, or in their minds, good. Maybe. Do you think they think they're doing good, Tony, or do you think they know they're doing bad? Like, is this miscalculation?
Both sides, just like when you have a certain religious establishment, there are people there that are good, God-fearing people in every single faith, but there's also people that will utilize the faith people and trust into them to get rich, powerful, and abuse that power.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are really the same way. Like, I know Bill Maher. Is that his last name? He's a far leftist, and he's like, people are saying he's a Republican now, and I don't think that's true at all. I think he's just pretty much got common sense. You know what I mean? Same with Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, same thing.
Yeah.
One of the most democratic people you would meet. So I don't know. I think they're just seeing the same things you are. Maybe, I don't know. But what does the Zero Below show entail as far as what we have planned? Do you want to tell them, because this is about you speaking more than me? I just wanted to interview you.
I mean, my main agenda, because I've did a lot of different topics on the group, but specifically everything that will just enlighten people and empower them to demand, change. Because if they don't, they will continue with the course that they're on. I mean, to trust your authorities to do right by you historically has been a very poor choice. And America has been great in the fact that it gave citizens the right to exercise certain rights and to have their word count for something. And right now they are using people's ignorance to
their advantage. Well, how do you think that? I mean, you can't use aggression. Obviously, you have to use the elections process.
Yeah, no, I would not advise anybody to resort to anything criminal. But I mean, right now there's people that say they are being arrested for protesting, which is one of the freedoms given in the Bill of Rights.
So maybe do you think there'll be big changes if the midterms goes the way you want it to? Say the Republican candidate, America First, Republicans win majority House and Senate. Do you think you'll see some good changes, or just the same old same?
I mean, I try to be optimistic that if American people exercise their rights, which is, I mean, really very little compared to historically what people had to do for change, that they could legally and peacefully achieve what needs to be done. Demand, say, our schools, educate our children in a way that, really teaches them how to operate in a society, more so than just be a cog in a system that will keep them exactly where they are or worse. And like I said, prison reform,
Well, I understand that you guys are going to be accepting donations, which sounds bad maybe, but what are you going to be using the donations for? Well, we will be using them for. I shouldn't say you, but I just wanted you in your words. People can decipher if we're honest or not based on the receipts. That's what I always say. But what is the donations in that for? And then um, finally, it was going to be something like, is it going to be just talking politics? Or are you guys going to get political? Are you going to start running for stuff or try to get in there? Or that was my second question. Are you just
I
good?
mean, right now, I'm still kind of at the drawing board. But I mean, I feel like charities themselves have been very corrupt. The CEOs in charge of these nonprofits are making obscene amount of money, and almost every single one of them ends up being involved in some kind of scandal. And I really think if somebody did charitable activities with complete transparency, that people would be a lot more inclined to donate and help, even if it's just a little community service. There's a great deal that can be done if just a small portion of the population, donate a small bit of money or a small bit of time and to help people that they could empathize with.
And then eventually you would be spanning out, hiring people. How much percentage would we be taking out? I guess I would say. I mean, for everything. As far as employees, once you get them, will everything be documented and receipts given out to people to know that their money's going to a good cause and all that?
I mean, I would like everything to be as transparent as possible. If somebody wanted to do something completely off the record, I mean, I would not deny them that opportunity. If somebody wanted to help or give anonymously, that there I completely concede to. But
right.
They wanted it transparent, I would agree that they should have that right, and they should have a right to what the money goes to. I mean,
well, as far as
you get money to that, it could go to a great many things, and I think most people would rather see it go to helping somebody unfortunate rather than the CEO having a new in-ground pool or Mercedes.
I mean, as far as me, I guess I can say it, and I'll get into your second question after this. I was really wanting to get involved and start helping people get on their feet rather than depending on stuff. So maybe help them evolve into getting their licenses back. Maybe work 5 at a time, 10 at a time. All this costs money, transportation. You're going to have to help people maybe stay places for a while. Who knows? We could rent. If we get enough people involved in this, we could really take off and do great things. So we'll see how it goes. But as far as the next question, I guess it was. I mean, there's a lot of things to take advantage of, but you just don't want to keep taking advantage of. You want to get on your feet so you can do it yourself, and that would help the country in itself. You know what I mean? In the long run.
One thing I thought of specifically is parents, raising children, specifically multiple children, that they're not completely opposed to hand-me-downs, and a lot of people just throw away their previous belongings where other people would need it. If there was a network for people to donate it, to a less fortunate family.
Well, there is networks for that. If there was a better network, maybe, but there is networks for people to donate. In fact, I did the other day at one of those dumpster-looking things. You pull the lever down, put the bags of clothes in, shut it. But people need suits for interviews, like nicer suits. People need maybe haircuts, and maybe people are ashamed of their teeth. Maybe we can help them we could really, I don't know how far you could take it, but you could really, confidence is a big key in people being motivated. So people would be all the confident in the world if they had support from a powerful company that could help them get on their feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not only that, but sometimes people need just the information of what they can and can't do. And I think DSS failed on that a great deal of time. Like, I know I've needed certain things done, and I just felt like I was getting nowhere with DSS. They really didn't. I didn't feel like they cared too much most of the time. There were, individuals there. I know that the previous director at Lexington Park, he was great. But I mean, most of the time I get in there and I feel like I'm bothered. I'm a burden even coming in.
I know. I was thinking, like, how Amazon, you can order stuff on Amazon and it's delivered. What if we had a similar system with us? It could go and Amazon could take over it, but say we did something similar, with that would be nice. I mean, some kind of delivery system where we could get stuff to the people that need it quicker would be excellent. Somebody has an interview, boom, let's send them this suit. They can have certain amount of Zero Below bucks to use on our Zero Below show, website or whatnot to order whatever they need. Suit. We would have items that we know parents need, maybe formula, baby formula. We would get it for them, and maybe they could order it through us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
These
That
are
was one of the things I was thinking about. Everybody's talking about concerns about, shortages coming up shortly. That with what happened with formula recently, that's something if I needed it, I'd want to stock up now.
That's why I said that. That and like things like dress clothes for interviews, things that people need that they might not be able to get. We could stock up on things. It's really about Americans coming together and helping each other. We're starting out right now. We got, people are gonna watch this here and there, but it's gonna start getting bigger and bigger. Like I said, like I was right before. Right now, it's not even really kicking, but you'll see. It's a matter of time.
Listen, when you see what happened when the Twin Towers fell, that a lot of Americans came together, and I mean, we shouldn't need to have an attack happen and see people die to have that same sense of community. We can, usher that by ourselves. We don't need tragedy to happen first.
If we want something, I notice we can do it. America, like bad or good, it seems like the Ukraine thing, they're able to do anything, move mountains, but when they don't care for something, they don't give it. You know what I mean? So,
I really feel like America is very hungry for change. They want it, but they don't know who to trust, and that's what's wrong.
Many.
And if we don't have the right people stand up and do it, evil people will manipulate that, and it's been proven.
Yeah. Well, it's actually working. As a matter of fact, people are afraid to step forward. I know that for a fact. So obviously it's working.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, people are afraid to speak their minds. It's sad because I mean, as long as you have good people silent, they're complicit, and it'll keep getting worse.
What does that say about us? We're crazy or brave?
I mean, it's the American people have really forgotten how bad it can get. Their liberties are not written in stone, and no matter what stone you write it on, if you have a big enough, strong enough person come by, you smash them stones.
Yeah, well, also now to jump out of the devil's advocate role, you can write every rule you want down the founding fathers wanted, but if the powers that be control everything and they decide that stuff doesn't matter and you will follow our directions, we have all the power. What are you going to do? But
sadly, I think a lot of people really think it's progress, but it's just looking at history. Those rules were put in place for a very good reason. Even if you break them for a very noble reason, they will eventually pervert it to do evil things.
Well, Tony, I appreciate your time, and I wanted to shout out, of course, we're sponsoring this, the Zero Below Show, and we have a Zero Below Show group on Facebook where we're just trying to grow our group right there, right? The Zero Below Show group on Facebook. We're branching out. We're now on YouTube. We're on Rumble. The Zero Below Show. Look at us. But this is Zero Regrets. Don't forget, this show is Zero Regrets here. Soon we're going to get the website up. I'm going to try to keep working at it and get all the products we need, pictures taken of them, and scan barcodes so we can get a system going. I appreciate your time and your story. We're right at the 30-minute mark. Can we maybe get you on again soon if you got time? Yeah.
Definitely get back on. I mean, I'd like to say too that we are still learning a lot of it, and the videos, the editing, and all that. That I don't know a whole lot about it. I'm willing to learn, but if anybody has any advice or anything else taken out there, I would greatly appreciate it.
And if anybody would like to donate to our great idea, give us a message on the group, the Zero Below Show group. Message Tony or I as admins there. We'll get you directed, and you can probably write it as a tax cut, right? I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we put out a receipt, anything as a donation,
Okay. Facebook. Yeah. Well, I appreciate the time. I'll give you a shout. And, this show, it's not going to be edited. It's going to be raw. And I think I think it was excellent. It was surprisingly great. The call worked well. Everything did well for once. So, right. It's changed, but we'll get that website going, and that's really going to kick off. And people need to keep asking us about that, because that's really going to be a wonderful idea for people that have no support. And go out and vote. Don't forget to vote. Midterms coming up. Research your area and look who's running the ballot, and research all sides, not just one, all. Thank you, Tony, for joining us. Everybody, thank you for watching this whenever you watch it. And we're going to put out another one right soon. And today is what, Friday? Yeah, so we'll be there probably Monday or so, maybe sooner. We'll have one out. Got a lot of topics, though. But anyway, thank you, guys. We'll see you later.
All right.
Peace.